There. I actually sat still long enough to push the button. Actually, I don't know why I unequipped that, but whatever. See you, buddy. Oh, wait. I'll mess with you. I haven't messed with him in a while. So he's just programmed to lock onto you and walk around. He's not actually programmed to do anything, but he will react to your innate movements. So like if you walk around a little, he'll move in conjunction. It's kind of weird. And he'll just circle around you. Cuz you know, the AI uses the lock-on system just like you do. It's always funny to look at though. Just making them dance. I need to enable Peepo Run on my channel. There's gonna be a lot of these situations where I'm just gonna run past a bunch of enemies. Not because I'm a cheesy bastard who just likes to run past enemies, because I am, but I'm in the tutorial. Most of the enemies in this area just aren't worth fighting. They drop very little souls and they don't drop any items. I've been hit. My run is over. Oh, hey, Kojima. Long time no see. It's going well enough. How about you? Guess I'll do some parry practice. Playing through Dark Souls on PS3 and you got Descent's Funhouse. Oh boy. PS3 Dark Souls. I do not feel like playing Dark Souls on PS3 ever again. That game on PS3 is quite laggy. Oh, I didn't get my weird backstep. I was trying to have some fun with that guy, but game wasn't having it. I'm about to do I'm gonna try to attempt a no-death katana run, because I've used the katana. It's a good weapon. Like, it's probably one of the best weapons for its weight class. I think that's the deceptive thing about the katana, is that the katana is actually heavier than it looks. I think it's probably somewhere in the same weight class as a claymore. So it's probably going to take me a while to upgrade, to get all the upgrade materials for it too. Not going to be a slashing weapon, or a blade, or a sharp one, because I don't feel like farming for blade stone. I'm going to blame this on Lobos too. I saw him playing a casual run and it kind of made me want to play. I'm kind of surprised to even see Lobos playing Demon Souls. I assumed he just didn't like Demon Souls. Because, well, I mean, it's Demon Souls. Everybody thinks Demon Souls is just an inferior version of Dark Souls. Unfortunately. I know no-hit runners, the current no-hit runners that I watch kind of shit on Demon Souls too. Ah, like that shit right there. I can see why they would shit on that. You have no way of knowing that he steps on you when he sidesteps. So it's kind of like something you just have to get used to. This game has a lot of no polish. These white phantoms are just developer phantoms, for example. Like, you're not actually watching other players play, because I'm offline. There is an online. You can go online with this game, but you have to set up a private server to do it. Or set up a connection to the private server to do it. I'll always bring it up, but it's like, it's funny to see white phantoms doing random stuff. Because there's one phantom that's like always right here, just firing at a wall. And there's like a couple, there's like another phantom rolling around in here somewhere that's just like, yeah, there he is. See, like he's just firing at something. It's like, there's no way the boss could possibly be over there, but they're just firing. It's really weird. And then I'm going to try streaming more often. I think I need to set up a schedule. Because frankly, in current year, I should be playing more games than just Demon Souls. Like, I even started like an in-depth playthrough because Demon Souls' 10th anniversary was the 5th of February, but I got bored and I stopped playing. You've never tried Demon Souls yet? Yeah, you do kind of have to go out of your way to play Demon Souls now, unless you've already got a PS3. Still waiting for Sony to confirm the game's being remastered by Bluepoint. But that's kind of doubtful. At this point, I don't really expect the game to be remastered. It's the most problematic game out of the entire series, and it's probably not going to be ever fixed. Hey, Gira. I don't need to upgrade anything, so I'll just continue. So I died right there, but the game will kill you regardless of going through the tutorial or not. So that's an accepted death. Even if the Dragon God killed me right there, my character would have spawned into the Nexus like I died anyway. But the game doesn't count that death for some reason, so I never counted either. Like, I can visually verify death counter at the end of the run, providing I don't actually die anywhere else. Because that's one of the good things about Demon Souls, is that you can go up into the Parthenon when you're, or the Pantheon. I always called the Parthenon the Pantheon. You can go to the Pantheon and confirm death count up there when you've cleared the run. You read Uchi? Yeah, I'm going to be trying for the Uchi. I've used the Uchi casually before. I died, I think, once when I was doing that, but I'm trying to get better at just, like, completing like a run using every legit weapon, though I'm willing to use a meme weapon every now and again. There's no Deathless item? No, Demon Souls doesn't give you that kind of reward. Dark Souls 2 was, oddly enough, for all the shortcomings I thought Dark Souls 2 had, I think they did a pretty good job putting in some kind of challenge run incentives. This game, there's no challenge run incentive. In fact, that's like a thing that I've noticed about Dark Souls in general, is that they don't give you an incentive for doing a challenge run. The incentive is just self-satisfaction, I guess. Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? I didn't even see you. Heck, with how often I do Deathless runs, I kind of feel like it's pointless for me to do something like these anymore. I kind of think I should do like a Soul Level 1 Deathless run next or something. Maybe Sekiro? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I really, really want to enjoy Sekiro. I have trepidations, but who doesn't? I think it was because after I played through Dark Souls 3, I kind of just reevaluated what I thought about Souls games in general now. Like, when I played through Dark Souls 3 the first time, I didn't really like it. Second time, I was kind of a little bit better about it. And then third time, I loved it. Mostly because I got used to just how good the movement is in that game. You're enjoying a Dark Souls run with all bosses, Uchi? Sounds kind of fun. I think the last time I used the Uchi in Dark Souls 1 was a low soul level run. Yeah, I thought so too. It looks like it could be pretty good. The grappling hook mechanic. I feel like there's a lot more going on in Sekiro than I can glean just from a trailer, or from like EMB's playthrough or Body's playthroughs and stuff. Because I've watched footage from other, like other streamers and stuff, and so far I liked what I saw. Because it looks like they're leaning more heavily towards action, and I want them to, because it felt like a lot of the action incentives for the other parts of their games were kind of lacking. Like, they just felt out of place. Like, they're trying to... I can see that they're trying to take visual cues from, like, a Platinum game, for example. Like, some attacks give off this... Like, in Sekiro, I mean, some attacks give off, like, a warning to let you know that you can't parry them and you have to dodge. You can never get into Dark Souls, so hopefully Sekiro is different. Yeah, it also seems faster than Bloodborne. Definitely does. Like, I feel like it's a Dark Souls... Oh, come on. I rolled too... I think that was a roll too late. I was trying to roll over the boulder fat rolling. If you roll too late, the boulder will just catch you, because the animation will overwrite your hitbox. But yeah, I feel like Sekiro's speed is something more akin to Dark Souls 3. Me personally, I think Dark Souls 3 is the fastest out of all the games. Mostly because the 9-way roll, or the 8-way roll that Dark Souls 3 employs, is way more reliable than Bloodborne's is. Because I feel like in Souls games, it's not obvious, but when you lock onto an enemy, you can't really run. Your character moves completely differently when you're locked on. In Dark Souls 3, they figured that out, so they actually made it easier for you to run when you're locked on. And it's like, great. I think Bloodborne uses something like that, and so does Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls 2's movement is completely different. It feels just completely different. So I hope they take what they learned from Dark Souls... I'm going to assume they take what they learned from Dark Souls 3 and put it into Sekiro. Because Sekiro looks like it's fun. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but he didn't mean to do that either. I should really learn how to do... I should just sit down and actually learn the speedrun. Is Demon's Souls my favorite Souls game? Yeah, I would say it is. I like the world cohesion better in this game. It's not to say that Dark Souls doesn't have a cohesive world. I just feel like the world is more... They were more aware of little intricate details in this game than they were in Dark Souls. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it. I feel like the world is more interesting in this game. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Not to say Dark Souls doesn't have an interesting world. I think my like for the game is Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 2 is my least favorite. Though I did play through Dark Souls 2 pretty recently, and I changed my opinion of the game a little. Mostly because I used a weapon that was actually pretty good. It's either you use the rapier or you go home. That's pretty much how Dark Souls 2 felt to me. If you don't use the rapier, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, they do. They definitely have something special about them. Man, if you were here the last time I played Dark Souls 2, I would have been shitting all over that game. And people don't like it when you shit on their favorite game, so... I'm trying to keep that kind of stuff to a minimum now. Hey, get out of here. Can I have your claymore, please? Man. That guy will drop a claymore every now and again. It's a really, really good weapon in this game. I mean, like, it's a Souls game. Claymore is always good. I can't think of a game where it's not good. But every so often, he will drop it. And it's going to be great one day when he does. This kind of stuff is more or less the way that I like it. The way that you're able to interact with the world in a believable way. There's not like a lot of stuff that you can take advantage of, I felt like, in Dark Souls. Like, you can take advantage of like obstacles and stuff and catch enemies like that, but here you can actually, you see explosive barrels everywhere and you can actually take advantage of that. I'm trying to think if Dark Souls 3 does that a little bit better too. I feel like that with the Undead Settlement. Yeah, I remember that too. How Dark Souls 3 has, I think her name's Carla. She's essentially the dark magic spell trainer in that game. Though technically she's built more off of Yuria. Like Yuria from this game is essentially the same character, but different name for some reason. Plus Yuria was like more something akin to the Pyromancer trainer. Oh boy, that's one thing about Demon Souls. The frame rate tanks the moment something with physics applied to it breaks. I forgot to put on my ring. I knew I forgot to do something. There we go. Thief ring is also really good. In fact, I think only Demon Souls and Dark Souls have a thief ring. I think that's pretty much the only thing about these games. That's one of the unique rings. Except that the ring in Dark Souls is a ring of fog, and it actually makes your character invisible. Or transparent. This one, you can't really tell, except for the little icon underneath your health bar, or your bars. Still dreaming of Demon Souls for PC? Well, you can play it if you can get the emulator to work. I can't get the emulator to work on mine, so I can probably try again and maybe try an earlier build of the emulator or something to get it to work. But I definitely had trouble when I was trying to use it. In fact, I think I still have an ISO of the game. You didn't hear that from me, though. I have a totally legal copy of it. I'm playing it right now on my PS3. Totally legal. I need to replay Bloodborne. Thinking about it, I kind of want to get... I started a run for Bloodborne at some point, and then I never went back to it. I think I got to... Who did I get to? I got to the Shadows. That's where it was. I got to the Shadows, and then I stopped right there. I never did fight Rom. I learned a way to get a really, really powerful weapon early before you even fight Rom, so that was more or less the route that I took. Oh right, I need to take my armor off for this. I'm gonna do a thing that allows me to get some items early. You can get these items pretty early if you, well, for one, kill the first boss, kill that Drake right there, and then kill the second boss in this area. And then you get White World tendency and all the dragons will disappear. Though technically you've already killed one, so that point's kind of moot. But this just saves you a run. Did you also play King's Field on stream? I've played a part of King's Field. I never actually did finish it. Oh, no. I played the first King's Field. I actually beat that one. Like, when I say first one, I don't mean the US one. I meant the actual Japanese one. I played a patched version of it so I could actually read it. Whoa, I'm still fat rolling. Hey, that's kind of cool. I can still... So I can actually still do this fat rolling. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a problem. That's cool. I learned something new today. I can actually wear my full armor and still be fine. I played King's Field 2, but I never actually finished it. I wonder if I still have a VOD of that. I don't think I do. I'll probably just replay it. I have a bunch of the King's Field games, and I just haven't actually streamed any of them. Shadow Tower also. I definitely have Shadow Tower. I like that game's aesthetic. Didn't enjoy it? I guess. I'm not really sure. I kind of just get bored with games really easily. I don't know. I really have no idea what my problem is. Like, my idea is I'm gonna start trying to stream some more games. Like, generally, I'm just about Demon Souls mostly. Maybe I'll do a no-hit run. I don't know. I feel like Deathless is a challenge in itself. But if I play the game too much, it kind of just defeats the purpose. I think I can actually hit the guy through here. Nope. Kingsfield was kind of like a spiritual success, spiritual. Yeah, I guess you could say Kingsfield was the inspiration for Demon Souls, though Miyazaki would definitely tell you otherwise. Can you not do that? He had more inspiration than just Kingsfield, because Kingsfield was developed by Naotoshi Jin, which is, he's usually listed as a supervisor for most games, because that's more or less his role within From Software. But he was the guy responsible for making Kingsfield, Shadow Tower, and this one game called Echo Knight. Most people, I don't know if anybody's ever played Echo Knight on stream. I've played Echo Knight 1. I never beat it, now that I think about it. There was like a weird section in that game. You thought it was all from the same guy? Yeah, Miyazaki was only... He's a pretty new addition to From Software. I think like the first game that he worked on was like one of the Armored Core series from like PS2. And then he became director for one of the later Armored Cores. And then when Demon Souls was first being developed internally, the game was like floundering. And because Miyazaki is such a die-hard Dungeons and Dragons, wizardry kind of guy, he took control of the project because From Software didn't really care if he did or not. The game was kind of just like in a no man's land at that point. Like, based on the current way the game works, they didn't expect the game to do that well, so they didn't have any trouble giving him control of the game. But I really don't have any way of confirming that. Most of everything I know about that happenstance is just like hearsay from YouTubers and stuff. Oh, I had the telescope equipped for some reason. But yeah, that's more or less how From Software, or that's how Miyazaki probably got his start. I can't confirm. Thing about From Software is that there's not very much interview material prior to Dark Souls and Demon Souls, so most of what we hear is, most of what I heard was from like game reviewers and stuff. I've been meaning to do some, like a write-up on Demon Souls, because, well, it's 10 years now since Demon Souls has come out. Most of what I was going to talk about was its development history, but it's kind of hard to find that kind of information on the internet. That's the thing about video games. They're not all made by one person, so it's kind of hard to get enough iterations about it. Yeah, I was very surprised by that, Gira. I got pretty good amount of Sharpstone. hopefully it's enough to at least level up the weapon once. Because yeah, like I said, now we just got to go get the Uchi. But I'm going to level up so I can actually use it when I pick it up. I'm going to have to farm a lot more than I normally would to get the get a quality Uchi. Or I can just be lazy and just use the regular one. How far am I into the run? I just killed the first technical boss, so not very. Just about to go get the weapon. Just have to pick up a couple items on the way, though. Providing I don't fall. Because I've definitely ended a run by rolling the wrong way from that shortcut up there. I mean, yeah, the Uchi in this game, Gira, is really, really good. I feel like the Uchi in general is always a good weapon. I've never used it in... No, technically my first run, I think I used a katana in Dark Souls 2. Hey, Baker. How goes it? I think I used that one katana that the Alone Knights drop in Old Iron Keep. I think that was the weapon that I used in my first run. I remembered it being pretty good. And then the rapier came along and changed everything. I'm trying to think about what next game I want to play after Demon's Souls. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to play like Donkey Kong Country or something. I've been meaning to replay that game. Because I want to just see how hard that kids game is. Because, you know, kids games are pretty hard. You finally got Dreamcast emulator to work? Well, that's cool. I'm not sure if I've ever tried the Dreamcast emulator myself.
Rest assured.
I need to finish talking to him so I can give him the hairpin. Yeah, I remembered it being pretty tough. It was when I got to the cold levels that I started having a lot of trouble. I definitely remember that part. Alright, so we need 18 strength and 13 dexterity. So we can use the Uchi. It is not Lion King. I've never actually played Lion King. I know what it is, though. But I've just never been into, like, Disney games. Disney games, I'm going to assume aren't any joke either. Alright, so we got our points. Gonna start upgrading my magic and stuff. There we go. Oh, I can start upgrading my shield too at the moment. The Heartstone's not going to be for anything else, so. Alright, so we have no use for that ring, so let's put this ring on. Oh, did I throw my armor back in the box? Maybe this will be fine? Yeah. Great visuals? Yeah, I grew up playing the SNES. Like, I think the SNES was probably my first console. My parents got it for me when I was a kid. For Christmas, I think. Like, a year or two after it actually came out. I was like 5, I think, at the time. So I think the first game I ever played was Super Mario World. I have Super Mario World now. I bought it after a while because like we were the kind of kids growing up that if we wanted to get a new console, we had to sell our old one. So I never really had more than one game console at a time. But now I have a SNES again, and I can play some old SNES games. Even Japanese ones, because ironically, the Japanese ones are cheaper. Mostly because I don't know why. Like, I know a copy of Donkey Kong Country goes for like 30 bucks US, but if you bought the Japanese one, it was like $10. So like I bought all 3 of the Donkey Kong games in Japanese for like 30 bucks. It's like weird. So it'll be like Donkey Kong Country 2 maybe, and then maybe Donkey Kong Country 3. I remembered I liked Donkey Kong Country 3, but I know a lot of people don't seem to like that one. I remember the music was kind of and a lot of people didn't like Kiddy Kong. I think that's his name? The Big Baby Kong? Oh, that works. So I'm gonna go this way because usually this is good enough to get one dude. Music was oof. I remember there was some bangers. Not all of them were bangers, but there were some good ones in there. Just don't remember their names. Like everybody remembers what was that one? Sticker Bush Symphony or something or other. Everybody knows that one. And that was from 2. And that was like one of the last levels in the game or something like that. Now, I want to say the Uchi is about as heavy as the weapon as this halberd. So I don't think I'm going to be in trouble if I use it. Could you break? There you go. Oh, it is heavier. Holy smokes. How is this heavier than a halberd? About the same damage. He's bleeding too, that's good. If he wouldn't hug the wall, I'd be fine. Come on, what the hell? I couldn't even hear him because he's making so much noise. Yeah, Uchi's good. This weapon's got a really nice moveset, especially for catching lizards. Because of its running R1. It's pretty good. What? That actually hit me. I guess I wasn't walking fast enough. Could they stop with that? That's another thing that's kind of just poorly realized in this game. This guy makes so much noise when he moves around, you have trouble hearing the manta rays when they take pot shots at you. Couple that with the fact that this guy can stomp on you without actually making an animation about it. It gets kind of frustrating sometimes fighting these guys. Like that, I thought I was taking a hit, so I wasn't trying to do anything, but then I just didn't get hit. You played so badly the first time? Same. Everybody plays badly the first time. I still play pretty badly too. Like, I'd like to think that I'm pretty competent at the game now, but even I know I make a lot of bad errors. There we go. Japanese Nippon still. Gimme. I don't think I'm gonna save Blige. He's on his own. Oh wait, no. I need the bow. I really want the bow, really. I don't need it, but I really want it. The bow is gonna be useful for another area. So we need to get it. You sped your stats all over. I'm trying to remember what I got. What did I do for my first playthrough? It was probably like a curved sword or something. The good thing about this game is that most of the stats in this game are actually useful. Even luck has its use. Because the blue blood sword. I guess I'll say Blige now since I'm going that way. Hey, Jera. Wasn't planning to say Blige, but I guess I will now. Adds a little challenge to it. Because you gotta go out of your way to get to him. Yeah, that's more or less how most people I encounter with this game. Most people play Demon Souls after Dark Souls. So by the time they get to Demon Souls, they more or less understand the concept. It's like any time your first Souls game is always going to be the hardest. Dark Souls, I think, was my first Souls game, technically. I think I owned both Demon Souls and Dark Souls, but I went through Dark Souls first. Oh. You had a strength guide first, then got a spell and started leveling int, then got a miracle, started leveling faith. You had 18 points. Oh, you would have been perfect. You would have been perfect with the blue blood sword. That weapon has 18 strength, faith, dex, and magic requirement for it. It was kind of an interesting weapon. I'm pretty sure it inspired the Artorias' greatsword. Though it's technically not a great sword in Demon Souls. I don't need anything from him. So, it's fine. We just saved Blige because we're cool like that. But you used the axe and enchanted it with fire or something. Just a mess. I was thinking about doing like a soul level 1 run. A fire weapon isn't too bad for a character at that level. Don't hit me. As long as I don't get hit, it'll be fine. Because usually they always take pot shots at you when you're climbing that ladder. I don't need anything on this area, so I can just go this way. Avoid all of them. There's a bunch of other items over there, but I didn't need them either. I think it was like a soul, a stone of ephemeral eyes, and some cloudstone. Cloudstone's useful enough. You were rocking Smo's armor and a tower shield for Gwen? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I had, I'm not the type that goes into games completely blind. So I'm pretty sure I knew about the Black Knight Halberd before I went to Gwen. So I had like a Great Club and a Black Knight Halberd. And I was like completely naked or something like that because I couldn't wear any armor. Because the Halberd is so freaking heavy. You have a lot of trouble just swinging that, or just being able to wear it and a piece of armor at the same time. But yeah, I'm usually the type that doesn't go into a game completely blind, because frankly, I don't really see any, I don't know, I'm just that kind of guy. I need to be convinced before I can play, I want to play a game. That's more or less what it is, for me anyway. Call me cheesy, I guess. Shh. I didn't walk forward far enough. Filthy Dex build Wanderer. That's more or less me in this game. I always get the Keylage. Keylage is like my favorite weapon in this game. Just because of how cool it looks. But the thing about Demon Souls is that weapon movesets don't really change when you're in the same class of weapon. Like curved swords, for example, all have the same moveset. Katanas will all have the same moveset. straight swords all have the same moveset. But I just went with the Keylech because it's the strongest curved sword in the game. Look at the fatty. And you gotta go really far out of your way in this game just to get the Chloranthy ring equivalent, which is kind of annoying, but I guess if you really want it, you can get it. I might do it. I know a cheesy way to deal with Doran. I developed a cheesy way of dealing with Doran that's safer than what most people would recommend. Mostly because if you do it the way that I do it, he's not going to be aggro to you, so you can pretty much just knock his ass down and not have to worry about getting hurt. Because Doran will almost always like two-shot you. That's just how powerful he is. You only ever finish Demon Souls with Caster? I've definitely done a magic-only run with Demon Souls. Magic's pretty fun. Though some of the bosses are kind of just awful to fight with magic. Some of them, not all of them. Mostly because, like, the old monk is so resistant to magic, and he's also more prone to rolling away from magic users. But he's still easily beatable. I love doing this part. You can kill them while they're standing up, and they'll prioritize the stand-up before anything else. I forgot to get the bow, by the way. I knew I forgot to do something. It was impossible to find in your country? Is there a South American version of the or a Spanish language version of Demon Souls? Or is it just like you got a very specific version of the game? Plus Venezuela. How is it going for you in Venezuela, by the way? I've been hearing a lot of very promising things, but also very unsettling things. No translations, subtitles, I guess. It's going terrible, but hopeful. Okay. Well, hopefully it goes better. Especially because of Maduro. Oh, I thought this was a stone. Okay, I'm gonna have to, like, I guess I'm just gonna go buy a bow. I don't really feel like going back to get the bow. You're not there anymore. You moved to UK. Okay, that's good to know. Yeesh. I do not want to hear about... I do not want to be anybody living in Venezuela at the moment. But some people just can't help that. You had a very tiny Demon Souls community? Well, that's kind of cool. I think I'm literally the only person in my group of friends that's actually played Demon Souls. Unless you guys want to be my friends, then and then everybody's played it. Okay, so what do I need now? Buy a bow. I think I can buy a bow. Let me see here. I think he sells like a basic bow. He does not sell a bow. Okay, well that's something. Okay, so it's 4, 6, and I think 7. Eesh, that's a lot of materials. Get rid of the halberd. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get another piece of armor soon that'll allow me to wear or get more souls just from killing things. Alright, so let's seek level ups. The weapon's not going to scale that well at the moment, so... Alright, we'll go to World 2 now. Because that way we can get a lot more upgrades. Hopefully I can get this to a +1 quality. Though I think I can probably get it to a +1 just standard if I'm thinking about it hard enough. Because there's a lot of materials specifically for sharp weapon and hardstone here. But there's also enough to get it to like a +2 quality weapon, I think, if my math is right. I'm probably wrong though, because yeah, this weapon is like in the same weight class as a claymore. So it's probably not going to be very good in terms of upgrade materials at the beginning. It's probably going to be like a +1 quality. Love that running attack though. In fact, I think the critical damage on this weapon is probably pretty good too. Oh, while I'm waiting, I forgot to unequip my fire stuff. Stuff's not gonna do me any good here. Snap. I was also thinking about playing JRPGs now that I think about it. There's like a couple of JRPGs that I was interested in streaming, but those are like long, talky games. So I'm not really sure what. I was thinking about maybe like Final Fantasy IX, because I saw that was on Switch. I bought it on a whim because I'd never played it. But that looks like it could be a fun game to play. Or stream anyway. I was also thinking about maybe... Did I ever get around to 2019? Yeah, I actually played it off stream. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream it out of fear of getting spoiled and stuff, but I beat it. I beat Claire A. I think I might do Leon A next. I really liked that game. I only played it on normal. Are you interested in God Eater? Basically some kind of anime mecha monster hunter. Oh, I've played the first God Eater on PSP. It was alright. I didn't really have an opinion of it. I saw that it was kind of going for cheap on PlayStation, though. So I was kind of tempted to buy it. Just because, you know, cheap games are cheap games, man. If I see a game going for cheap enough and it seems interesting, I'll buy it. That's usually how I go. I rarely buy games on release anymore. Because mostly if I buy them on release, I'll feel obligated to play them really, really quickly. So I waited a couple of weeks for Resident Evil. I got that for like $50 as opposed to 60. So I definitely didn't feel slighted when I bought it. I guess what I can do for Resident Evil is maybe do like a no death run on that one, or a no save, no death run. Too many things to do, and there's so many games I need to play, and I end up playing Demon Souls. But that's mostly because my channel's more or less just been Demon Souls. I have to consider these kinds of things when I stream. You played God Eater and God Eater 3. Yeah, I've only ever played the first God Eater, and I don't remember very much having bad things to say about the game, I guess. I thought the game was kind of fun, mostly because I played with a friend. We were doing co-op and stuff on PSP. Surprisingly, ad hoc was kind of useful. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to get a +1 quality because of just how little material I have. Oh, he's in the doorway. I was trying to do a running attack. That didn't work. Hey, could you... He's triggered so that when you hit a specific zone, he's like scripted to attack you when you walk past the wall. Build creation is so good. Yeah, I can't, like I said, I don't really remember that much about it. But I'll consider it. If I see the game for cheap, I'll probably end up buying it. Because, like, I liked Monster Hunter World for how much I played of it. I got to the high ranks or whatnot, and I just got bored. So I did play a pretty good amount of that game. I think I had like 30 hours in that game. Monster Hunter World, I mean. I didn't play that much of the God Eater from what I remembered. Who are we going to get? Are we going to get the guy on the left or the guy in the middle? Guy on the left. Try again next time, kiddo. It's like his hit. That guy's one guy's hitbox just overlaps the guy in the middle that much. It's really weird. Oh, I'm going to need to get these grindstones, I think. There's a set of items over here we can get for repairing weapons. The thing I need to remember about Katana is I think the Katana has a very low durability. 70. Yeah. Can never be too careful then. Oh, they were the first bosses you killed? I can see how you... I can see that. I definitely remember having trouble with most of those bosses on some occasions. Dark Lurker? You mean the Flame Lurker? Or do you mean Dark Lurker from like Dark Souls 2? I've never fought Dark Lurker in Dark Souls 2 now that I think about it. I just couldn't be bothered. The one with a bunch of worms. Oh, Leechmonger. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. He's kind of easy, too. He's literally a pile of just leeches. He's also got a really weird, just, animation cycle. His hitboxes are really deceiving, I guess is the best way to put it. You definitely don't think you're going to get hit when you get hit, just because of where the his attack is when it lands. So that's a thing you can do. You can lock on to one enemy and backstab another while it's still locked on. I was trying to see if I could do it, and it actually worked. Also, it's kind of hard to backstab dudes on the steps. That's Soulsborne in general, though. Ooh, a chunk. I don't see you guys drop that often. Crazy. I didn't even know they were capable of dropping them, really. I've seen them drop their sword. I've seen them drop shards. Never seen them drop chunks. Lucky chunk, I guess. I think I might stay with this armor setup. I kind of like the way the paladin set looks, especially in conjunction with the katana. Feels very samurai-esque. Now I just need a funny looking helmet. Like a Kabuto or something. Too bad they don't have really... There's not really that much Japanese themed equipment in this game now that I think about it. The katanas are like the only weapons that I can think of. Maybe the Wanderer set is kind of Japanese. Maybe. Quit homing a dog. Homing dog. They're like missiles, these dogs. Where'd he go? Doggo? Doggo? Have I ever tried Neo? Yeah, I played a little of it. I never finished it. I don't know why. It was a pretty good game. I might need to revisit it. Yeah, I think that'll be the next Souls thing I play then. It's not technically Souls, but it's a game I never finished. And it's a game that I want to finish. I'll just have to start up. Oh, that's what it was. I remember what it was. I was dissatisfied with my build in that game, so I just said, I think I'll start over. Because I'm kind of like that with some games. I will just restart a build if I think I don't like it. And I think I was using the Kusari Gama, and I ended up like switching to like a katana mid-run. Because I kind of like both. Yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of like, it felt more like I was playing... felt like I was playing like a Dynasty Warriors or a Samurai Warrior game with the way that the levels were set up. But that was just something I was willing to accept. The short missions, nah, I didn't really feel that was a problem. So let me see here. Get this while we're here before we go. I don't need to pick them up yet, but I needed to pick up that large shard. Just so if I can confirm something when I get over here to the blacksmith. You still have to finish it? You always code around 30 because I got tired of not being able to roll away. Oh, you mean like... You mean how Neo's dodge mechanic was kind of like Bloodborne, right? The back steps. I think that's what its dodge mechanic was like. I'm not really sure. It gives you no iframes? Wow. I never even would have known that. So the idea is just don't even be within range of the attack and you'll be fine, I guess? I don't know. I guess it just means don't even get anywhere near them when they're attacking. Well, I guess that's the best way I can think of it. I don't know. Oh, I just realized this set of armor looks very much like Petrus' set from Dark Souls. Basically block everything. Oh, you mean it does have iframes now? Well, that's good to know. I bought the game on release. I never even played... I definitely never even bought the DLC. I was watching somebody speedrun it, too. Blocking is terrible in Neo. I remember it, I never blocked. I always tried to dodge. Because, I almost always would parry over block. So I can get an Uchi to +4 or quality. Let's do quality. Quality build. Quality builds for quality streams. Hold on. You saw someone speedrunning the DLC? Yeah, I saw him speedrunning. I saw somebody speedrunning it. I think it was Seeping Light. I remembered Seeping had told me he was speedrunning it, so I was kind of surprised to see him streaming it. He was going through the DLC and he was obliterating everything. Not Dark Souls enough. I wasn't expecting it to be as much as Dark Souls, but it ended up being quite challenging. Mostly because the game has no qualms with throwing like 30 enemies, throwing 4 enemies at you at a time. But I also like the stamina mechanic. How every enemy in the game can be staggered just like you could. Yeah, I've seen some really cheap shit in that game. The concept of counter hit seems to be taken up to like 11 in that game. What? You were running? That's a counter hit. 2 bosses at once? Oh yeah, I remember there were a couple of bosses like that. I think Nobunaga comes to mind. Nobunaga and his waifu. Definitely remember that boss. But I think that's like a remix boss, I think, after the fact. You forgot about Neo because of all the other games? Yeah, I can see how that would happen. Certain combinations make attacks undodgeable. Yeah, I remembered quite a bit about Neo feeling kind of cheap when I was playing it. But back then I was kind of... I'm kind of trying to stop myself from having knee-jerk reactions with certain aspects of video games. Like Dark Souls 2, for example. I had a lot of knee-jerk reactions to that game. Whoa. Not bad if I do say so myself. The Burnt Ivory King Double Tiger fight? Oh yeah, I've never fought them. I still need to do the DLC, and I'm probably just going to avoid those guys. Because honestly, I felt like that fight was just cheaply... It was cheap for the sake of being cheap. And I think I missed my... Oh no, now I've got everybody on me. Snap. Your girlfriend made you pre-order the game? I haven't pre-ordered it. I was going to wait for the game to be out for a bit to see how performance was for it. I've noticed nobody's talked about performance for that game, so maybe it's going to be fine. I need to reload right here because I'm going to get that crystal lizard. I'm going to have to farm a little extra hard for this. Because the weapon is so heavy that it's going to take more material. But I think it should be fine. I should be able to get a +4 pretty easily. That's more or less my problem with Dark Souls 2. Oh, no. I'm going to go into it blind. But I'm going to wait a couple of weeks and maybe read a couple of reviews about it and see if people were complaining about performance. I'm not going to actually watch people stream it. I'm going to actually go in blind for Sekiro. Could you... Motherfucker. Really fucking annoyed by that. Nope, he's gone. Fucking hell. Though, I'm probably gonna splurge and just buy it anyway on release. I'm thinking I might actually buy it on PC for a Soulsborne game first on PC for once. Because usually I buy them on console because I enjoy the game. So much so that I actually want to collect them. So usually I'll buy a game like once or twice. Could you get out of the way? So I'll probably end up buying it anyway. I'll give in to my instincts. Yeah, I remember a lot of people tell me how good that PvP is in Dark Souls 2. I've never been into PvP myself. I don't know, it's like, I don't like getting invaded, so I don't like putting that kind of feeling on top of people already. I kind of just don't enjoy that at all. I've tried invading. Can't say that I haven't tried it, but... So many fight clubs. Yeah, I was thinking about like trying to get into PvP and Demon Souls at some point because I like Demon Souls enough. But that was back when the servers were still available, and most of the servers I noticed, most of the online was kind of bad by that point. I'm not saying it was bad always, but it was pretty bad near the end of the server's life cycle. It was kind of like oh, I don't need to actually. Yeah, he just runs to the end right here. Unfortunately, the katana has a moveset that makes him reset his animations really easily. So I need to be very precise with this weapon. Hey, I got a chunk! Nice! You only ever played PvP in Dark Souls 3 for like 3 or 4 months after? Loved it. Yeah, like I said, I really like Dark Souls 3 now because I got accustomed to just how good the movement felt in that game. Demon Souls has a pretty good movement when it's not glitching the hell out of on me. I feel like its movement is pretty passable. I'm not going to say it's great. I can definitely tell you there are a lot of problems with this movement, but that's because I've gotten accustomed to the idiosyncrasies, I guess. Like, there are certain movements that you're not going to see me do that often because out of risk of side rolls. The game has like this weird thing where your character will roll in relation to where they're facing, even when they're not locked on. Sometimes. So sometimes you get a really weird movement that you're not supposed to get. Yeah, the falling in this game, I think somebody was able to describe it perfectly. The game tracks how long you fall. So if you fall for like more than 5 seconds, you die automatically. It's not distance based from what I remembered. It was pretty sketchy from the way that the game calculates fall distance or fall damage. So that's why you take such a small amount and then end up dying or something like that from another fall. Crap. I almost got them both. I'm still trying to remember how to do that setup. It's kind of a sketchy setup, but you can usually get both of them if you do it right. DS3 is your favorite one? Yeah, Demon Souls is probably my second favorite. Just because, like I said, the movement is really good. I like the variety of bosses in the game. The level could be more interesting. I feel like some of the levels are really good, and then a lot of the other levels are just kind of like... I've seen this level 4 times already in another Souls game. I don't know why they need to... Their insistence to put another poison swamp in there is overwhelming. Yeah, the gravity in this game is kind of just like... They're messing with ideas. I don't think they knew what they were looking for until they made Dark Souls. Hey, don't do that. Get out of here. I needed to kill her to get some stones. I don't need the dragon stones that guy drops, but there we go. So that's one level up. First DLC is rather short, but the main boss of that was so good. And the one best they ever made. You're talking about Sister Fried? I can remember I liked Sister Fried. I didn't think it was necessary for them to make her a 3-phase boss, but I thought she was a cool boss overall. I still need to play the second DLC. I never did. I did a really recent run through of Dark Souls 3, but I never did the DLC for it. I did the first DLC, never did the second. You only got soul level 80 PvP characters that sit around like New Game Plus 6, but I can never be arsed to level up another to play the DLCs more. Yeah, I can get that feel. Plus, back then, because of Demon Soul, the Dark Souls 2 deals, the second Dark Souls 3 DLC having a level from Dark Souls 2 in it kind of just put me off the idea. Dang it, I missed him again. I did not like Poison, the Harvest Valley. I did not like that level at all in Dark Souls 2. It was such a short level, and it felt completely pointless. Yeah, the first phase is pretty much once you play them enough. Yeah, the first phase is more or less a joke, and then the second phase was kind of interesting because it made me think of Ornstein and Smough. In fact, I almost felt like they were just using Ornstein and Smough as a template there. Not to say that it was a bad idea. I just said it was. It felt like that. The Warrior Wolf fight. Yeah, I didn't like that fight. That fight felt dumb. Especially because the warrior is all about guarding and knocking you off balance. I didn't like his movesets. I especially don't like his weapon, Lionheart or whatever it's called. He was a glorified mob. Yeah, it was kind of really annoying. He was just a no-named mob.
Good luck to you.
Break something? There we go.
You worry not. Tough here. Go on.
Thanks. He's so kind giving me his ring like that. That he just picked up off of a corpse. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah. Crap, this isn't gonna go well. The crystal lizard is facing the wrong way. Alright. But yeah, a lot of Souls games. I never finished Bloodborne DLC either. I never finished fighting Orphan, and I never finished killing Lawrence. I killed Ludwig. I killed the Living Failures, and I got Maria, but I never finished Lawrence, and I never killed Orphan. So there's definitely some streams that are needing to be in order here. Some kind of redemption run or something. Orphan is just ruining you. Yeah, that was more or less what he did. He walked all over me from what I remembered. So I think I just put the game down and I never went back to it. You got a PS4 late. Yeah, that was more or less, yeah, because of it was my first time ever fighting Orphan. So I was very late to the DLC party. Heal in case he takes a stab at me. Hey, come on out. There we go. Then we need to move you so I can get the chunk that you're sitting on. These guys are kind of adorable. They're just big, lumbering, and they stab you when you get too close. Too close, senpai. Stab. I think I'll get luck. I should be lucky enough to get a +4 out of this. The thing is that if I miss too many lizards, I'm just gonna be lacking enough shards. I need shards. There's, I think, 4 more lizards I can farm for this. In fact, I have a pretty good idea what I can do. So I have shards of Arkstone, which are like homeward bones from Dark Souls. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the Nexus. I'll go back to the Nexus, spend my souls, and then I'll come back and just use the Nexial Binding to get out of here. Or this may be better. So I normally can never get both of these guys, so that's good. There we go. Get this out of the way in case it becomes a problem. And then reload. I know this is very exciting stuff, farming for a weapon. But this, I farm all at once, so I'd never have to farm again. That's more or less what I do. Though now I'm reminded I need to go get a bow. I think I might be able to get a bow from... Might be able to get a bow from Blige. Yeah, it's fine if one of them gets away. I'm not worried. Oh wait, if both of them get away though. Come back here. Alright. I think this might be good. Man, I don't know what to play next. It's like I have all these games I need to go back to. You know what? I'm just gonna play some SNES game next. That's what I'll do. Yeah. SNES games are good. Okay, so I only need to farm 2, 3 lizards. Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3. It'll probably be Dark Souls 3 just so I can do the DLC. That'll be the next game I think I'll play. Next Souls game I'll play is Dark Souls 3. Because I still need to get through the DLC and actually beat it. What else do I need? Nothing really. Yeah, got a +4. Not bad. So this should be a pretty OP weapon now.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Yeah, it scales pretty well now. 1 to 2 points per. All right, where do I want to go now? Shoot, I forgot to buy the bow. Or I forgot to leave myself money to buy a bow. So I think what I'll do... I'll go collect a bow. That's what I'll do. I think I might have enough. I'm probably not going to be able to use the bow to its full effect, but it's fine. I'm just going to go... what I'll do is I'll kill the ghost boy, and I'll go get the white bow. I think that's what I'll do. If I had a bow, I could kill ghosts from a distance, but because I don't, I'm going to have to get up nasty. Get up in his nasty real quick. That's not what I wanted to throw it. Right here. Camera, would you be so kind as to situate behind me? There we go. Don't even need it, but I'll get it. Patches, I need you back in the Nexus. So I'll kill the Red Phantom here real quick. Oh, that was weird. Urbane just popping in like that.
Heavens, did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, the reverberate, but dark, fear, but have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa.
Umbasa. Why'd I roll? I don't even know. Now, throw one of these. Wow, he actually still saw it. Huh. I know, that was pretty cheesy of me, but this guy will fuck me up. He swings faster than I can. So it's way safer just to use a soul remain.
Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today?
He said it. He said it.
God has
Sequel
chosen
bait.
you, and for that we are thankful, Umbasa.
We are thank Umbasa. All right, now we can go get the bow. I'm still gonna have a little. I'm still gonna be scared though because there's a black steel skeleton standing near the bow. But at least now I don't have to worry about the other enemies that are out here. Get this ready for him. It's way safer to just throw a soul remain. Let him attack that. And then just run around and hope he doesn't hit you. Rip that crystal lizard. White bow. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough dexterity to use it. I think it requires like 23 dexterity. Yeah, 24. I was close. Whatever. I can still actually use it as a bow, though. Oh, wait. Right, I don't have any other arrows. I'm going to need some more. Maybe some holy arrows?
Bishop.
You sure not to get yourself killed? Alright, so I know what you're thinking. Why would I go get a bow just to go out of my way to get it? Well, there's a trick you can do if you stand right here. These guys down here don't react to soul remains for whatever reason. They also don't react to parries. You can't parry them. A parry down here counts as not getting hit. For some reason, like your parry doesn't connect, neither do they. I don't know really why, but if you shoot them with arrows, they'll just roll right off the ledge for you. So we're gonna pull that guy up here. Have him throw himself right off. And then this guy, shoot him right in the chest and he'll roll right off for us. Also, holy arrows do a lot more damage than I was expecting. I think I can make that work. Super safe. That's more or less why I do that, because it's just way safer. There's another method that another streamer I knew used, but he doesn't really stream anymore, so it's kind of hard to reenact it, because I'm not that good at... I'm not good at doing no-hit, so... My strat's probably considered pretty cheesy by anybody who sees it. And then this area is full of ghosts, but the guy who spawns them is like right there, so we can probably shoot him. And I think I should probably have enough enough arrows to do it if I'm good. I think this is gonna clip. Oh, I got him. Whoops. Okay, so that's not enough damage. I was hoping it was. Alright, let's... Now we gotta do it the old, his way. That hit me at the last possible second. How is that even possible? Sorry. That was just surprising. I wasn't expecting to get hit when the animation had already stopped. I stood there because I wasn't sure if I was going to get hit by one of those guys again. I forgot these guys are also heavily resistant to magic. That's probably why the holy arrow didn't work. Probably should have just got some fire arrows or something. Whatever then. There we go. That guy at the end is always good about shooting lasers, and then that guy right there would always will just hit you when you run across the corner. It's kind of scary sometimes. There we go. Just needed enough to hold me off until I can get light weapon. I usually get light weapon because it's a really useful buff. I mean, you can get cursed weapon if you want to. Yeah, I think so too, Gira. I was kind of surprised that I didn't have to do as much to get any sticky white stuff. Usually, it's more difficult. I can't expect my sword to, I can't expect my sword to stagger him after I've seen how it works with the crystal lizards. I kind of just assume it won't stagger him. So I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious about where I attack. But he's being very kind to me today. He's usually pretty aggressive. Because the strat is if you wear the Thief's Ring, he can't hear you as well. So if you just walk in, hit him a couple of times, and then back off, he usually resets pretty quickly. But today he's been pretty kind. More holy arrows. I forgot about those. Alright. I don't need the sword now, so we can go just walk in. My bow won't do any damage to them, so I gotta use this Storm Ruler. Rock. Oh yeah, yeah. If you have a good enough bow, you can definitely deal with this boss. But because I don't have a bow, or I don't have the stats to use the bow, I'll just use the sword. Nice. If you hit them at the right time, his attack misses and yours lands. I was hoping I could spin on a dime and attack anything that I saw, but I didn't see that one. Oh, there he is. Oh, I got two. Nice. Three. So that should be enough to get the boss to come down. Should be. Where is he? Here he comes. I missed. You found out about Storm Ruler after? I think there's a message on the ground that actually tells you about it. Yeah, it's at the very, very beginning of the level. I don't think most people would stand there to read it, though. But yeah, that message should be the one that I'm thinking of. Only weapon in the game that doesn't have any stat requirements. Unless the broken sword has it. Spam it the moment I have a bit of stamina left. I could probably get one more. Come on. Heal in case I get a pot shot. Gotta be careful with those things. They can arc around corners. Oh, that actually missed. Yeah. 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 Rubble. In the way. Funny how some of this stuff has collision and some of it doesn't. There we go. Boss down. Now while I'm here, let me get the soul. Easy boss, easy life. Yeah, technically I think he's the easiest boss in the game. Mostly because the weapon that they give you does a set amount of damage. Though I think in New Game Plus and beyond, the weapon does just less damage to them overall. Like, they'll just have so much more HP that it'll take more than one hit to kill them. So it gets a little sketchy after New Game Plus. Don't need the bow anymore, so we'll just put it away. Not to say that the bow isn't useful. I'm just saying the way that I play the game, I don't really need the bow. Second chance is really useful too, but I feel like the point of second chance kind of invalidates my run. Oh, I already got it all. Cool. I always do level 4 because you get so many souls in comparison to everybody else. It's crazy. It's just crazy how many souls you get from that level.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be
There we go. Now we can carry a light weapon. Alright. We're gonna go kill Flame Licker now. Plus, I need to farm to get the remainder of my weapon done. So we're gonna go kill the crystal lizards that are in the tunnel near Flame Licker. Hopefully, I don't die from a fall or something. Because I need 8 crystal. I need 8 shards, I think. I'm not entirely sure though. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get an extra chunk. Though technically I could dupe, but I don't know if I want to add dupe to my runs. Nice. I got them both. Usually I don't get that lucky. Usually one runs to the other side of the room. So it's like, I try to do a balancing act like that one, and it usually doesn't go very well. Oh. Okay, that one already ran. It's fine. Alright, got what we could. Oh, wrong way. This way. Careful not to fall too far to the left, otherwise I die. It's not the fastest way down, but it's pretty safe. Oh, it didn't work. Come on, let me skip the cutscene. Oh, I missed. How did I miss that? Damn it. Several of his animations just won't register you striking him, so he'll just... You won't even hear a confirm. That's what I mean. You'll just not hear a confirm when you hit him sometimes. Like that. That almost didn't hit. Weird. When he gets to 30 HP, he starts spamming AoE like that all over and over again. I don't think I need any more magic to finish him off, though. Dang it. He wasn't staying stationary there. Yeah, this sword does a lot of damage by itself. Crap. I need to lock on more when I do that attack. There we go. Alright, now for Dragon God. I think this weapon will probably break rubble pretty quickly. I'm not going to say it's like Storm. So the Storm Ruler has a quirk about its moveset. Because it's in a weight class similar to the Claymore, it can break rubble in one hit. Penetrator was your first boss trouble. Oh my god, it broke it in one hit. Nice. Holy shit, this is wonderful. I am so excited. The Uchi breaks rubble in one hit. You remind me I'm going to have to go to Penetrator, Ito. Ed? Is that how you pronounce it? Ed? I only just started pronouncing your name, so I'm not sure if I got it right. Because there's a chance that I'm not going to get a pure clear stone here that I need. The crystal lizard that's up here near the javelin, or the arbalist, drops clearstone chunks, and on occasion will drop pure clearstone. Ed's fine? Okay. Man, what is it with that attack not connecting anymore? Chunk, okay. You weren't expecting puzzles? Yeah, it's a different boss. It's a different boss. You like bosses where you need mechanics to kill them? Yeah, it's an interesting boss. It's just that FromSoft never really does anything with this boss design afterwards. Like, I guess the Beta Chaos is similar. Mechanically, I mean, but thematically it doesn't really seem to work. Like, if you need somebody to explain it to you after the fact, then I think they probably did the boss fight wrong. But this one makes more sense to me up front. Because I felt like the Beta Chaos didn't really make any sense as a boss. Yeah, this boss is kind of just like a whatever for me, really. It's an interesting idea because the mechanics in this, they're kind of cool. The way that you can actually make the boss break the rubble for you if you don't feel safe doing it. You can just bait him into attacks. But I think that's one of the more interesting aspects of the fight, and that's about it. And then, like I said, I don't like the Beta Chaos at all. It's a horrible fight. Though I feel like I feel like From Software knew that when they put a checkpoint midway through the fight. So that way, if you hit one branch, you don't have to worry about breaking them all over again. Like, I feel like they made a concession which meant they understood their fight was bad. In Mikolash? Oh, I like the Mikolash fight. I thought that fight's kind of interesting. Mostly because From Software games, bosses usually fight you, but he would rather run away from you instead. This fight's kind of interesting because it's like it doesn't have any other mechanics going for it other than sight. Like, the boss has to physically see you to be aware of you and attack you. As opposed to all bosses prior to this boss knowing where you are at all times. This boss doesn't know where you are at all times, which is kind of weird. Though I think... No, wait. No, you can do that with the old hero also. The old hero technically doesn't know where you are until you attack him. Kind of weird. I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase it, but this fight's just really out of place. It's an interesting fight, but it's just out of place in this game. A boss that can't see you until you visually show yourself to him. It's like, but why? All the other bosses see me just fine. Why'd they put a boss in a game that forgets about me really quickly? Oh yeah, let's push. Push the lizard. Please give me a pure stone. I would very much like a pure stone, but I don't think I'm gonna get one. I can only kill it one more time, and I'm pretty sure he's not gonna give it to me. So now I gotta go save Ostrava twice. And I guess I'll fight the Penetrator while I'm at it. I'll just clear 1, 2, and 1, 3 if I don't get it. Ah, really? It went over him. Again with that push. Got it! Nice. Got it last attempt. Nice. Kept me waiting, huh? Alright, I think I only need like a couple more shards to make this work. I think I only need like 2 more shards. So I can just kill the crystal lizards in 2, I think, if I need them. Oh, good, I didn't. Okay, I had exactly the right amount. Nice, +5. Yeah, no, yeah, all the lizards have unfixed drops, but the lizards in World 2 will always, well, actually, no, technically, the lizards in 2 and beyond will always drop clearstone, and then certain lizards beyond 2 will drop even more specific drops. Like that one specifically will always drop clearstone chunks, and sometimes, occasionally, pure clearstone. Drop pools? Yeah, that's the word. Drop pool. And then some of the crystal lizards, like there's like a material that only, like there's like a handful of crystal lizards in the game that will only drop specific materials. So like spider stone, for example, there's one crystal lizard in the entire game that drops it. So you have to farm that one specific lizard for it. There are set drops like on corpses everywhere in World 2, but you have only one lizard to work with in that regard. And then Dragonstone, for example. I don't think there's a crystal lizard in the game that drops Dragonstone. So you have to find that stuff on corpses or kill bugs for it. Greystone's the same. You have to find that stuff on corpses or kill rockworms, which is really annoying. And then like a specific miner type. I know, yeah, the crystal lizards don't respawn. They only respawn up to 4 times per most levels. Like every time you kill a boss, you respawn the lizard an additional time. They only show up once initially. And if you don't kill them, they're gone. If they disappear on you before you can kill them, they're gone. But every time you kill a boss, you can respawn them upwards of 3 additional times, and 4 times if you're in World 1. Because there are 4 bosses there. Though I kind of wonder if... I'm trying to think if there's a way I can test something. So there are chances that you never get some materials. Yes, that is correct. There are some pure stones, because for the most part, you can find a guaranteed pure stone for almost every single kind of material in the game, except for like a handful of materials, because for some reason they made them only viable or grabbable via killing crystal lizards. So like there are just some instances where you won't get a pure stone one playthrough, and you'll have to go through the entire game again for another chance to get some. Or you're lucky and you find a friend that has some that they can give you. Like Dark Moonstone and Moonstone both don't have set drops. So like if you don't get them from the crystal lizard, you just miss your opportunity to get them. Like even Cloudstone gets a drop. It's really weird. Cloudstone is only used for doing shields. It's literally the most useless material in the entire game. And you get a guaranteed drop for it. And like Suckerstone too. You get like 3 opportunities for pure Suckerstone. And it's like, tearing weapons aren't even that good. So it's like, it's weird how inconsistent they are with some of the drops in this game. Like Clearstone, I could have gotten, there's a pure Clearstone that I can get from an NPC for doing a quest line. Same for Greystone. Same for pure Hardstone and pure Sharpstone. You can find a drop for those in a level pretty easily. It's really weird. But it's like, the farming in this game is kind of just weird. But that's probably because I played it so much that I can tell you how weird it is. Also, what's up, Shazza? Questionable game design in a FromSoft game? I know, right? That Miyazaki should be fired. Unbelievable, the kind of stuff they put in video games. What was I gonna... Oh, right. I was going to test to see if the game counts the red dragon as a boss, but then I thought about it and I don't have anything for killing the boss. Or killing the red dragon, so I should just avoid killing him for now. You should be banned off of Twitch for blasphemy. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that. I'm allowed to talk bad about Dark Souls 2 because Miyazaki was only a supervisor. Huh. I won't talk bad about Dark Souls 2 anymore, though. I'll do it when I'm playing it, though. Because that's the kind of person I am. If something bad happens to me in a video game, I have to overreact immediately. Get out of here. Why am I killing these guys? Not sure. Sorry. Miyazaki-sama. Tasukete. Miyazaki-sama. Ichimin. So yeah, you can... I wonder... Let me see here. No, I don't think I have enough height. The weapon, if this weapon is long enough, you can actually strike the red dragon's tail right here. Yeah, I don't have enough height. This PC or PS3? This is PS3. My computer is not cool enough to play the PC version. Yeah, I imagine you have the same trouble. It just doesn't load for you, right? Mine just wouldn't load. It just shows a black screen. Compiling shaders for like 2 minutes and then it would stop. Oh, you finally got it running on yours? Lucky. My computer's kind of old. I should consider updating it. Maybe I need to download some more RAM. I'm not sure. Hey, quit it with that. Anybody know a good website I can download some more RAM? Nothing fishy like that Pirate Bay. Oh, right. I can just run through here because I don't need to save Ostrava anymore. One problem is it's in Russian. Did you tweak the settings? Found out. Did you tweak the settings? I'll have to go look. I'm not even sure if I still have it on my computer. I might have just uninstalled it and said, I'm going to reinstall this eventually. I'll do it later. Oh, no, don't do that attack. Do something else. That one. That one. I'll have to get around to it. Because I wanted to play it on PC, because I wanted to see all the hype. A game that actually runs at 30 FPS always? I can get behind that. Is there language settings in game? I don't think so. No, there isn't, unfortunately. Subtitles and HUD, but that's about it. Oh, let's equip turpentine for this boy and some half moon grass. I don't want to die too fast now. I'm kind of lazy and I don't feel like killing his buddies, so I'm just gonna stand here. Crap, almost made it. Oh my god, the weapon has such a high hitbox that it's actually damaging him directly? Well, damn. There we go. You downloaded the wrong version? Yeah, if you say it's in Russian, you probably downloaded the wrong version. Unless you're Russian. No, sir. I know a couple of Russians on here. Heck, I was playing this one... What is the name of the game? It's called GeoGuessr. I learned about it from another streamer. It's like this online browser game that you can play where it just drops you in the middle of like a Google map, and you have to figure out where you are. It sounded cool on paper, and then I learned that for some reason the game kept dropping me somewhere in Russia. It's like, hey, I recognize some of those characters. Why is that 3 backwards? And why is that R backwards? I thought they were just being quirky with the way that they were writing words. Turns out those are actually letters. Hey, get out of here. See about that version, yeah? Download more RAM. This seems like a good site for downloading RAM. Okay, good. I might have to take a look at it. I've only got 8 gigs. Is that enough? Oh, right. I'm just fighting Penetrator, I guess. I was coming here originally in case Ostrava, in case the Crystal Lizard didn't pony up the goods. But I got it, so I don't have to worry that much. That's an actual website? Hope it's not fishy. I leave links. I don't have Moobot purging people because I trust people enough to not post something bad. Of course, if people start posting things bad, I will just do it. But that's neither here nor there at the moment. Delete URL. Well, it's got an index.html. It's probably legit. Though kind of archaic. It's just a troll website. Yeah, I figured as much. That's more or less what I was going with, is just trying to be a troll. Alright, so let's see if we catch these guys. Got one, got two. Nice. 420 damage for both of them. Did the camera please stop bouncing off the wall? No auto wall recovery in this game, unfortunately. Give me some stuff, thanks. Oh, I rolled too late. That was bad. Oh no, that's really bad. Get out of the way. Oh. Trying to roll and look cool, but he embarrassed me, so it didn't work. Open shortcut. Since Ostrava wasn't saved, this just doesn't happen. His cutscene here just doesn't happen. Nor do the enemies that pursue him show up. It has a Bloodborne exhibit? That sounds kind of cool. There's actually, not sure if you guys are up with Katamari Damacy. So the guy who made Katamari, in case you guys weren't aware, Katamari Damacy guy, Keita Takahashi, he has an art exhibit going on in a museum near where I live. I was actually thinking about going there, but it's like a 6-hour drive just for me to see it. So I'm kind of hesitant, but it sounds like it might be fun to go see. Because that guy made a lot of games, besides just Katamari. IRL stream might work if I can, if my phone has good enough internet connection. And if they allow camcorders like that. Hey, you guys mind if I use a live stream here? They probably wouldn't like that, because it's essentially giving people free access to the museum, unless the museum is free already. I'm not sure. Six-hour drive? That's just your everyday U.S. traveling to go buy groceries? Well, actually, mine's like... The grocery store near my house is less than a kilometer away. So it's not like I have very far to drive. Here, play with these. See you guys. Suckers. What do I need? Turpentine? Turpentine. Something. No, let's not use turpentine. Let's use sticky white stuff instead. I want more turpentine in case something else goes bad. Repeated penetration? Yes. He is kind of an asshole. He makes assholes, really. Plus, he has a lot of iframes. I always forget that about him. Yeah, like that. Don't let him poke you, he'll kill me. Come here. Yeah, he has a really good range. Once you approach him with a really powerful weapon, he's pretty easy, I guess. My problem is a lot of his follow-up, but he can combo most of his attacks. So he's kind of scary to fight. That's why I was considering whether or not to use turpentine. Because when you use turpentine, you add a bit of stagger to him, because he actually gets burned. He actually has a stagger animation for being burned. So if you use that, it oftentimes will make it harder for him to combo. But sometimes he'll just hyper poise through it. Like he has hyper armor during a lot of his animations. So sometimes he'll just not even take the hit or be staggered by it. Alright, we got the spell for light weapon. So now we gotta go save Frick.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. I might take a break in a little bit. I'm getting kind of hungry and I just realized I didn't eat lunch. Not sure what to eat though. Guess I'll go make something. Something with rice. That'll be what it is. Yes, Pogger's food. Whoa, one hit. Nice. It's like that One Punch Man. I still need to see the second season of One Punch Man. Saw the first one. After like 3 years of the anime being out. Whoa, he missed. And I missed too. You're looking forward to the second season? Oh, it's not out yet? I thought it was already out. I thought I missed it. Whoops. Okay, that's good to know. I feel like I missed it. It's like, should have been on the hype train day one. This anime season is Mob Psycho. I still need to see the first season of Mob Psycho. I never did watch it.
Please, help me.
I think what I remembered seeing like 10 seconds of it, and it was, what's his name? Reagan? I want to say his name was Reagan. Scared the hell out of you the first time you went through it. I think Tower Latria is probably like my first favorite level. I just like how spooky it is. I like spooky stuff. Speaking of which, I need to play more spooky games too. I'm thinking about there will be a playthrough at some point of me going through Silent Hill 1 again. I've gone through 1 through 3, but I've never played Silent Hill 4 for more than 2 minutes. I've never played
many of the other Silent Hill games now that I think about it. I played Downpour. I really like Downpour. Somebody's going to say that Downpour is garbage, though, but Downpour is good. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. A lot of games to think about when I'm playing a game. It's kind of funny how that works. Every time I play Demon Souls, I'm thinking about other games I could be playing. I just realized I forgot to get the silver circlet that you put on your head. You get extra MP for just wearing it, so. I was hoping that would work. You think of Red Dead every time you play Red Dead 2? I haven't even played either Red Dead. Is that bad? Oh, snap. I'm gonna have to go back. I need a catalyst. Whoops. I knew I forgot to do something. Circlet's one thing, but I need a catalyst. The one's the good one because you don't have to worry about it messing up your total MP when you're using it. It's like, whoops. Knew I forgot to do something. I wasn't sure if that was going to work, and it worked perfectly. Got a catalyst? I'll give the circlet since I'm here. More armor means more good. There it is. I have some minions now. Oh, I forgot I picked up that hat. Whoops. Didn't save Bjord, didn't save Yuria. Rip those guys.
Please, help me.
Help me. Get stuck on pillars. These kind of remind me of Spain. These arcs. They remind me of Cordoba. Maybe that was the inspiration. I'm not really sure. A lot of vaulted ceilings. No, Cordoba is, I think, a mosque. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Some of these doors look kind of spooky. I mean, like, look at that door. It just looks like it's ready to stab you. So, oddly enough, they didn't take into account the way the door looks. So, like, the way that there's spikes at the very end of the door. It's like, they don't really... Oh, I see. Okay, they actually stand, like, upright. So they don't actually penetrate anything. They don't clip, I mean, is what I meant, what I'm talking about. They don't clip anything. There we go. Thinking about it. Let me see here. Can I wear a piece of this armor and be fine? Yeah. Nice. More armor. Now I'm thinking of like Deadly, what is it? Final Destination, the movie series, those movies where people would just die randomly in them. Or they die in extravagant ways, like crazy ways. It's just, those movies always freaked me out as a kid. You enjoyed them? Yeah, I can probably say I'd enjoy watching them now. I remembered one of them was like a kid getting smashed by a pane of glass. It was so crazy. It was like, whoa. It was such a heavy piece of glass, it disintegrated him. He just vaporized. I thought that part was cool. And I remembered one lady taking a nail gun to the face. That was pretty messed up too. Wonder if I can see those on like Netflix. I kind of doubt it. Why would Final Destination be on Netflix? Pool? Which one is... Oh. I'm not sure which movie that is. I know there's like several of them. I only recall seeing the first two. Well, let's hope this assassin doesn't mess me up too bad. Daggers have like the shortest attack animations in this game, so they're pretty quick. Yeah, like this lady will actually go for backstabs. Plus, she can plague. So you gotta be very careful with her. There we go. I knew it was going to take maybe 2 hits. There we go. Eesh. Yeah, I remember they're always so extravagant the way these long drawn out death sequences. I think that was probably the best part about Final Destination, I think. How everybody just slowly gets destroyed. I remember the tanning bed one now. The lady gets locked in her tanning bed, and then she just gets vaporized. Or not really vaporized, but you know what I mean. She got charred. Messed up. I'm pretty sure that's the point of those movies, right? Just to watch somebody get killed in a very, very specific way. It's crazy. Just how hard some of the people got killed in those movies. Oh, I was hoping he'd give me a hit. I want to get into Clever Rat Ring setup. That's fine. I need to go save Frake. So I'm going to come back and let him hit me a couple more times. I'm not going to stand in front of him, because that animation of his is really long and drawn out. To hope to also die is such an enjoyable way. Oh, jeez. Alright. Get this while I'm here. Oh, let's equip those. Crap, I wanted to open the door and not talk to him. If you approach the door the wrong way, you'll talk to him before opening it. So you want to be standing right in front of the door when you unlock it, so you can unlock. Master of unlocking. Here, Jill, take this lockpick. Since you are the master of unlocking, you should take it with you. You're almost a Jill sandwich. Oh, come on, hit me. Don't just sit there and trying to hit me. Hit me. Must be a pain for a speedrunner. Well, the current speedrun actually doesn't use magic anymore. Or at least the fastest one doesn't. Interesting enough, yeah, they use a hunter The hunter class that you start with at the beginning of the game. That way you start with a bow, an axe, and then you can just buy a dagger for like one boss. But the speedrun strat here usually is when you're rolling through the volley of arrows here, when you stop to pick up the clever rat ring that I'm using now, you take a bunch of damage right there and it'll proc it for you. And if it doesn't proc it for you, you can just fall down from the top and it'll proc it back like that. A lot of this stuff's been pretty well... I can't even think of the word right now. I'm kind of dumbfounded. I don't know why. They're pretty efficient with the runs now. They've refined it to a fine paste. Calculated. Yeah, that's a good one. Calculated's way better than what I was thinking. Which was nothing, actually. I was drawing a blank. I don't know why. I just sort of hit a blank. There we go. I use Clever Rat Ring because it's safe. That's the safest Clever Rat Ring proc in this run. Yeah, that's more or less why I do it, because it one cycles them. Or one cycles the idol. Hella safe. Just run down the side. You don't have to worry about getting clocked by one of the worshippers. Because there's a chance one of those guys can do like an uppercut on you or something. Not exactly an uppercut, but they'll like clench their hands together in a fist or together like in a hammer, and they'll just swing and do like a stupor, like a stuporing swing of some sort, and they'll hit you sometimes. So you can never be too careful. Of course, I'm pretty sure those guys wouldn't be able to kill me even with the amount of health I had remaining. Who's the most disliked boss in this game, and who's the hardest? Who's the hardest for me?
A demon, you have it.
My most disliked boss would be... Who would be my most disliked boss? Leechmonger, probably. My least favorite is Leechmonger, because he's such a poorly telegraphed boss. His animations don't make any sense. His hitboxes don't make any sense. Like, you get hit by attacks that you don't think you should be hit by because the way that his animations work. And then the hardest boss for me is probably Man-Eaters. Mostly because that boss is all about damage dealing. If you don't do enough damage, you're going to get a second one. So I try to be as fast as possible when I'm killing the first one. But sometimes that just isn't enough and I get both of them. They're also very derpy.
Bring me more
Yeah, Man-Eaters is the next boss fight in that area. I'm thinking I might stop streaming here and go get food. I'm thinking about it. Because I'm getting pretty rumbly. Food. Now, where was she? She was up there, I think. A good thing about the Maiden in Black is that she will often meet you at your arc stone that you just used. So that way you can just immediately use your stuff. Almost. How's the weapon doing anyway? I've been hitting a lot of things. 57 out of 70. I can probably swing it a little bit more before I get... Not because I'm afraid of dying. Well, oddly enough, I have like a ritual every time I fight the Man-Eaters. I usually, by the time I get to the Man-Eaters, I'm ready to go to the bathroom. I don't know why. It's like, I think it's because I drink too much when I'm streaming. I drink too much water and like drinks when I'm doing this. Or it's like every time I think about the Man-Eaters, it makes me want to go to the bathroom. It's weird. Oh, I forgot to re-equip the Thief's Ring. I don't need the Clever Rat Ring in this area. As cool as I am at playing Demon Souls, you know, this isn't about being cool. It's just about staying alive. Yeah, that's what I was doing it for. Hey, I didn't want to push. Hey. Come back here. I need to kill him so he's not in the way when I come back through here again. Come over here. There we go. When you come back through here a second time, a new enemy will spawn right next to him. So I don't want to kill 2 enemies at once. Crazy though. I've only got this world and World 5 to deal with, and that'll be the end of the run almost. I gotta learn how to get through the blue dragon more efficiently. Because usually whenever I try to run past... There's a blue dragon that you have to fight near the end of the game. Or not really fight, but run through. And I usually get caught by its fire almost every single time because I'm bad at it. I'm bad at timing the run. Because there's like a very specific way that you can run through and not have to worry about getting hit. I need to watch more speedrunners or something. Just to get a better feel for the timing on that. Side roll. I hit circle too fast. Hey Square, thanks for that. Square cat. How you doing? Do I need to do anything? I guess I can pop souls while I'm on here. I got 1 soul. Most efficient use of my time. What else do I need? Guess I can equip some of the spices? Yeah. Oh no, I forgot to re-equip the spell. He's making a noise before he's attacking at... That's kind of awkward. Chilling and eating lunch? I haven't even eaten lunch yet. It's 5 o'clock. It's almost 6 where I am. Yeesh. I guess what I'll do is when I finish man-eaters... You know what? No, I'll go all the way to monk. The yellow monk. And then I will, I think I'll go get food. I'll fight the man-eaters and the old monk. Providing I don't die to the man-eaters. Or somewhere else. Moongrass. Stand here for a little bit. Old Spice, please? Well, that's good. That's just as good, I guess. Don't want to stop for too long there. Those guys have a really nasty catch attack, where if you run past them, they will spin on a dime and then lunge at you. It's like, don't want to be too slow. Kill that guy so he doesn't approach me while I'm trying to get on the elevator. Oh, snap. Hey, don't mind me, buddy. I should have picked that item up. It was the crossbow. I just know it was. It's always the crossbow when you don't pick it up. That only works there for some reason. It doesn't work in the other elevator. You can backstep into that corner. I learned it from Square here. Backstep into the corner and it makes him drop. So you don't have to worry about getting stabbed. Right there, I mean. If you, when you do this, this guy's more than likely going to follow you all the way over here. Because that guy's AI is has a pretty huge area. He can follow you for quite a distance. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna... Yeah, there he is. He'll follow me back over... Wait, no, he's not gonna follow me. This one will. He'll follow me all the way over here. He will almost always land in the center right here, near the fire. Have you thought about trying Apex Legends? I was thinking about it. I'm not sure if I want to get it on PC or PS4. I know you have it, Shazza. And I know a friend of mine also has it on PS4, though. So I'm not really sure. I might consider playing it on PS4. Get it on PC? Well, I was thinking PC mostly because of the controls. Best PC. PC mustard face. Console catch-up. Catch-up mace? Catch-up mace. So I guess if I do play it, it'll be on PC. That was lucky of me. I didn't have to wait. Usually I always have to wait because that guy's usually somewhere else. Somebody's car went off. I could hear it. PC politically correct South Park? I suppose so. Alright, let's get ready. I would have brought light weapon, but I didn't care to go get it, so I'm just gonna kill them and then go and get it. That works. Could you come down lower, please? Fine, I'll walk away. Oh no. There we go. At least he's not a console principal? What? Gargoyles fight? Yeah. I think they're a little bit more interesting than the gargoyles because they have more health. Plus they have a tail attack that shoots lasers at you. I like lasers. I don't know about you guys, but I really like lasers. Also, an oddity about this one is that when he shows up, his eyes aren't green immediately. They're black. Like, he's not... his eyes aren't lit up and his mouth isn't glowing immediately. So he shows up really weird. Oh boy, that did not expect. That did not expect. There we go. Didn't one time the meteor flew off the bridge and died? He doesn't actually die. When the man-eater falls off a ledge in this area, he doesn't die from fall damage. And the problem is that he can't fly like the other gargoyles can in the first part of the level. They will just fall all the way down to the bottom and they can't die. And then you can't finish the fight. So you have to essentially reload, which is very annoying. It's one of the worst. See, that's another thing that I think about Dark Souls or Demon Souls bosses is that there's a level of jank in them that was never rectified or fixed. It's kind of annoying. Also, why was that turned around? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the old monk and then I'm gonna go eat food. Because I am definitely... My stomach is saying go get food now. Wait, was that a chunk? I didn't even know they could drop those. They only drop shards of mercury stone, not chunks. But today I learned. Mostly because I couldn't be bothered to read a wiki. Chunk. Almost. He almost got his blast off. No, Ken. I can't kill you. Then who's gonna kill me? Let's be edgelords together, you know?
He left himself wide open for a counterattack.
Ow. He got me, though. He's trying to parry. Parry him, though. Richard Perry. Whoever that is. He died standing up. I didn't know you could do that with this boss. Huh. Like, he got up and then he died. I did that earlier with one of the other bosses. I wasn't expecting it from an NPC, though. Nighttime for you, Ed? Okay. Well, take care. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to actually call it quits here in a second, too, because I want to get some food. So this will just be a 2-part run.